Hey love, you're welcome to my show.
Your show,
Our
our show,
show,
The
The
Truth
Truth
Unraveled.
Guys, you're welcome to The Truth Unraveled, another episode of picking a question from our
Right.
beloved Truth Basket. Now I
Mhm.
feel like this Truth Basket is a character on its own because
Yeah.
the kind of questions we are getting from here, it's
Yeah.
mind blowing. So it's our beloved Truth Basket, and we hope you enjoyed the last video. We hope this one you're gonna love it as well.
Right.
So without wasting much time, I think we should
Dip our hands in the truth basket. Okay. Drum roll. Okay, let's see what the truth basket asks for us today.
Can't wait.
Let me shake. What question?
Just pick one now. Just pick one. All questions are going to be tough. We just have to speak our truth, guys, right?
Okay, finally I picked one. I picked one.
Let's
one.
see.
Okay.
That means I'm answering. So let me prepare myself. I need some
Oh yes,
hot
she
water.
needs to prepare herself.
I need some hot water.
You need some hot
You guys don't have tea here.
water.
It's really poor of you guys.
Oh my goodness. Don't worry, next time we'll prepare hot tea for you.
No problem.
They're about to listen to some hot tea anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
that's it.
Okay.
The tea here is the main
It's
thing.
very hot, especially
is hot.
this tea that this basket gave us here is very hot. Anyway, so the question says, so
Let's see.
deep. Is closure necessary for healing, or is it just an excuse to hold on? Again,
I feel like you have to repeat that question.
I have to repeat it, right?
Yeah, that question. I mean,
Those of you
People-
looking for closure.
people at home need to, that question needs to sink in.
Yeah,
deep,
it needs to
you know?
sink in. Okay. Again, one more time. Okay. Listen well this time. Okay. Is closure necessary for healing, or is it just an excuse to hold on?
Is closure necessary for
healing.
See, let me start by asking this. I mean, have you ever sought for closure before? Like, have you tried to find closure before? Huh.
For me, I've not.
I have.
You have.
I have done that. You know when they say been there,
done that.
It's a total waste of time, and I don't think there's anything good that comes out of you seeking closure, because most times you end up being more damaged
Right.
than you were. I'm going to give an example. So I'd met someone online as about when I was way younger, like around 20, 24, 20, my early 20s, 23, 24. I'd met someone, and I feel like this is the time to share this. I've only shared
Love
this
was
with,
blooming.
Yeah. I've only shared this with my sister. I have met the person. It was amazing. It was an amazing person. He was a doctor, and countries away. And then we were discussing, and it's also a born-again Christian. Imagine my joy. I'm growing to be a Christian, and then I see someone that is a bit strong
like
in
a
the
kabash
faith,
with you.
and that's a desire of every young Christian girl. Someone that can
That's
lift
true.
you up.
That's
His
true.
career is well defined. He's working in a good place, and then we kept on talking. He loves culture as much as I do. He's from my culture. I don't think I've ever been that swept off of my feet, And at that point, I'm like, okay, maybe I could really build life with this person. Just from meeting the person online, we had got talking. He had introduced me to some of his family members back home as well, because it was not in my country of residence, but we're both not at home, but it wasn't in my country of residence. And then we got talking, and the almighty ghosting happened.
You don't say.
Out of nowhere. And it's not like
Whoa.
where you say that you've done something wrong, or you can say that you actually
something
maybe you had a
happened.
fight. We never really had a fight, and then we never really dated because of the Christianity. It was just like, okay, we got to know each other.
We're courting each
Yeah,
other.
we got to know each other, and it's like, you're perfect for me, I'm perfect for you. all I just need to do, I've introduced you, I've talked about you to my younger ones. Okay, I've also talked about you to my sisters. All we just need to do is pick a date and set up a date. But my sister was just like, okay, let's not just dwell on the fact that this person is online. They might be putting their best foot forward. Let's take a step ahead of visiting this person. So I had said that, okay, I would like to come to your country
visit
for vacation, and we will be paying the full expense. It just be like, I just want to get to know you. Come to my church, this and that. It had gotten that deep. And then the person just told me, oh, my mom is sick. I need to go to my country of residence, and I need to a family member is sick. I need to go to my country of residence, and then you might not be able to speak to me for a while because I draw back into my shell when I'm going through a lot. And then this person traveled, went home. I was so worried because I couldn't just reach the person. We didn't fight. We didn't have any issues.
I can imagine.
The ghosting lasted for 3 months. And out of nowhere, I'm like, what did I do? I tried to find out what could be wrong. What did I do?
To find closure.
What did I, how did I go wrong? What did I say? Did I not
did you say something wrong?
And the final part of it was, he came back after 3 months telling me, oh, I'm sorry, you never hurt me, you never did anything. I just needed my space and I'll be going again.
Wow.
So at some point, I felt like I needed to tell myself the truth by sticking, to the fact that this person doesn't want me in his life. Because if he really wanted me, even if you wanted your space shouldn't take you more than a week, not like 3 months, 6 months, and then you disappear back. It's either he's a married man, which I'm not aware of, or he's doing some things that, you just feel like, let me switch this on and off whenever I feel like. So most times, and the second time he came back, I felt like, okay, there will be a change, because I discussed with him that, you made me feel like I did something wrong. Maybe now you could take a better, like you could send me messages and just go offline. I was just trying to find a way that we could handle it better. But at the end of the day, what I realized is this person knows what he's doing. So what I'm trying to tell you out of this story is, everybody knows what they are doing.
Right.
If somebody has ghosted you, if somebody has given you space, they know what they are doing. Trust me, it's intentional. Nobody is just ghosting you out of, I just want to, I don't have time. It's intentional.
Right.
Seeking closure. My dear, you will end up being hot. At a point, I just felt like I needed to give space, and I gave space for like over 1 year, and I closed that chapter of my life as well, because I haven't really met this person. It shouldn't be so deep for me, but because I had built my life around this person, so it hurt so much, but I just had to let it go and move on. But after a year, and I posted on my WhatsApp status that I'm getting married, this person came back asking me, oh, you're getting married.
The audacity.
Big audacity. And this was years later, like almost a year later. So what I'm trying to say is, people know what they're doing. Some people just come into your life to play. And then when they ghost you, they want you chasing back after them. So if you're not, the truth of the matter is, you just need to tell yourself the truth. Most times when you're seeking closure, you just want to hold on dearly to that thing.
It's an excuse for holding on. Like, from my side, I would say that, okay, closure helps people try to like make sense of what happened, but it is not really necessary. It is not necessary at all, to be honest, actually, because true healing comes from within. So true healing comes from within, in the sense that, learning from what has happened, accepting. First, you need to accept that okay, what has really happened. Now, true healing comes from accepting that, okay, this thing has happened. You learn from it. What can you learn from this thing that has happened, and moving on from it.
And I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. Most times when we seek closure, we just want to hold on to the person. To tell the person, it's our mind telling us that if I could know what I did, maybe I
Yeah.
can correct it
Yeah.
so that we won't be separated. But the
Right.
truth of the matter is the other party has detached from a long time.
Right.
Be it
right.
friendship, I've sought closure also in friendship because I'm a believer
That
of,
is very true.
I'm a believer of friendship should last forever. We should make it work. I've sought closure, whichever is the correct one. Sought. You guys pick the correct English. I've sought closure with friendship and friends that were really, really bad. That were bad to the extent that people will say, I mean, how can you keep on loving this person? And I'm like, oh, let me just try to talk it out. Let me just try to talk to people. But I'm at a stage where I understand that the other party, they know what they are doing.
What has happened actually.
My dear.
Like, no matter how much, for me, like I've had to deal with people. I've found myself in a lot of situations where I'm questioning myself. Like, I could go days like asking myself, but what really happened?
Yeah.
Like, the questions are rolling in my mind, but what really happened? What could have happened to this person?
Yeah.
Did I do something wrong? I would be thinking back, like, was there something that could have caused this? Like, I would be asking myself, but I will not go and ask that person. After asking all the questions, eventually I'm just going to tell myself, like, okay, it has, whatever it is, it has happened.
Yeah.
Like, it has happened. What do I learn from it? I pick what I can learn from it. I know not to do this again.
Exactly.
Like, if I meet someone else, or if in another friendship, or it could even be family, actually. Like, you can, different situations,
anything can cause a
anybody
fallout.
can throw you in any situation where you find yourself trying to find closure.
You need closure.
I think closure simply means like trying to make sense
of
it.
what happened. Yeah.
Of what happened. Trying to make sense of what happened.
And let me just paint this scenario. Like, you have a friendship, you're friends with someone, and you guys had a fallout, and you're just trying to imagine, okay, maybe instead of the person discussing with you, the person has gone on to discuss with several other persons, and you've kind of heard about it that, oh, this person has discussed with this because it's something I've experienced, and then you're like, how did we go from being friends to this?
Exactly.
And you're like,
it cuts deep, really.
You're really like, or you have a case like you're friends with someone and you guys just have, an outburst, or maybe you just have like a physical disagreement where you guys were really, and you find out that your friend was saying hurtful things to you at your presence, and you're like, how did we go from being besties to this?
Right.
You're just trying to make sense of what has happened.
Yeah, trying to make sense of what happened.
But the truth is, they've always had it in them. That's just the truth.
Right. There's just some situations that you cannot make sense of.
They've always had it.
Really.
If you're saying you're looking for closure, you're just going to be hurting yourself the more. Accept it with grace, whatever has happened. Just don't assume.
If you need to sleep on it, sleep
don't
on it.
assume.
If you need your time to heal, take time to heal. Actually give yourself time to heal.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is, trying to find closure actually makes us more stuck.
Yeah.
You feel stuck.
Yeah.
Like it makes moving on much difficult, actually. So like I said previously, like, true healing comes from within. So just heal. Heal. Don't try to make sense of it.
And
accept it.
And the truth is, whenever you're still feeling anger, you're still feeling bitter, you're still feeling, you're still feeling uncomfortable about what has happened, it means you still care. It means you still care. And it means that you still want the friendship to go on. But you need to care for yourself as well, because you might want the friendship to go on, but the other person, they don't want it. They honestly do not want it. So just be there for yourself, because at the end of the day, no one is going to be there for you. You have to take care of your own feelings.
Right, very true.
So you need to ensure that you're in a place where you really have to accept that this thing has moved on. I'm not saying whenever you have a physical fallout with your friends or anything, I mean, let it end there and then everyone goes their separate ways. No. We're saying, be sure of what has happened. Yeah. Don't assume. Your friend is not talking to you for 2 days. Don't assume.
Yeah.
Be
it
sure.
doesn't even have to be physical. Like, it could be emotional.
Yeah.
Like,
be sure. Sometimes they could be going through their own troubles as well.
Yeah.
Just be very sure. Don't assume whatever it is. Like, in my own case, I made sure to, like, I was waiting on this person to ensure that what was the reason, because I painted all kind of scenarios for him. Maybe he's dead, maybe he had an accident, maybe he's in coma. I was just painting all kinds of examples for him and scenarios for him. But at the end of the day, I found out he was well and alive, and he told me he just locked himself in the room, and he said, I'll be going again. At that point, I need to tell myself the truth that, my dear, you are being played with.
So basically, we're saying, like, if you're in a situation where you feel that you're trying to make sense of the situation, a lot of us are in a very bad place, and we're just open, like,
don't speak English, don't seek closure. Don't see me. I've experienced it in friendship. I've experienced it with relationship.
Yeah.
Don't seek closure.
Right.
Okay.
Like, heal.
Let me tell you about relationship, and this is not for you to like feel like you're not being valued at any relationship, but any relationship that really wants you to be there, be it friendship, be it family
ties,
or love or whatever, they would make an effort. Even if if you've probably done something wrong to them, they will tell you. And when they tell you, it's for that relationship to be restored. So it's now on you if you want to restore it or if you don't want to restore it. But you trying to go after people, we've seen
trying to find closure.
I just want
all
to know,
in the name of closure.
What did I do?
If I can just know, like, if you can just tell me
you,
what happened.
My dear, you're gonna cry.
If my dad can just tell me why he did, if my mom can just tell me, like, why they left me or something like that. Those are like kind of things that people try to find closure with.
Let's go deep. Some people will say, Femi, can you just tell me? I spent all my school fees on you. What did I do?
It's usually the other way around. Sometimes it's Femi that is sending Cynthia to school. Whatever it might be, guys. The main point.
The end of the day, some of them will even end up being with you out of pity.
Right. Out of you trying to find closure.
Yeah, because you're seeking closure. Then they will be with you out of pity, but know that they never want you in their life. So they will still end up kicking you out, and that time you won't be able to handle it.
Right. So sometimes seeking for closure leaves you even more damaged.
Leaves
you stuck. Right.
Do not seek.
Yeah. So
I've told you my own.
Just heal. True healing.
I don't even
from
need people's opinion.
You don't need anybody.
This one is very hot on me.
I'm begging you. She's not begging you. I'm begging you.
Don't
please.
Seek
just
closure.
heal.
We don't seek for closure.
Heal.
Anything.
It might take time, but take all the time you need. But heal.
Yes.
Okay? Accept that whatever happened has happened. Learn from it. So you do not make the same mistake. Learn from it. And move on. We move. I say we move. We move. We move. We move. We move.
Hey, we see you guys in the next episode.
Bye. We remain your girl, Ola.
And your girl, KG.
We'll see you in the next episode of The Truth Unraveled.
We move.
Make sure you like,
subscribe, and
share to your friends and families.